What if entire civilizations once ruled vast lands, built incredible cities, and achieved feats beyond imagination, only to vanish without leaving a single trace? Imagine bustling cities swallowed by deserts, temples hidden beneath jungles, and entire peoples erased from memory as if they had never existed. Were these disappearances caused by natural disasters, wars, or something far stranger beyond our understanding? Tonight, we embark on a journey across thousands of years to uncover the secrets of the top 10 lost civilizations that disappeared without explanation. Some of these ancient societies were more advanced than we ever imagined, yet their sudden fall remains one of history's greatest enigmas. What you are about to hear might just change everything you thought you knew about the story of humanity. Top 1. The Indus Valley Civilization, hidden deep within the plains of modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. The Indus Valley Civilization flourished between 3300 BCE and 1300 BCE and 1300 BCE. At its peak, it was home to over 5 million people, boasting urban planning so advanced that even modern engineers marvel at their achievements. Cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa featured intricate drainage systems, well-organized streets, and uniform building designs, suggesting an astonishing level of social coordination. Yet, despite their brilliance, the Indus Valley people left behind no decipherable writing, leaving us blind to their rulers, culture, and even their religion. Archaeologists have unearthed countless artifacts, from elegant jewelry to sophisticated seals, but none reveal the reason behind their sudden collapse. Some believe climate change caused the Saraswati River to dry up, forcing mass migrations and food shortages. Others argue that an Aryan invasion wiped them out, though little evidence supports this. What we do know is chilling. These thriving cities were suddenly abandoned, their streets eerily silent, as if their people simply vanished into thin air. Perhaps the greatest mystery lies in their lost language. Thousands of carved symbols remain undeciphered, locking away secrets of their beliefs, discoveries, and downfall. Were they victims of environmental catastrophe, or did they foresee disaster and leave voluntarily? The Indus Valley's disappearance stands as one of the most baffling enigmas of ancient history, a thriving society erased without a word of explanation. Top 2. The Ancestral Puebloans, Anasazi. High atop the cliffs of the American Southwest, the Ancestral Puebloans, often called the Anasazi, carved magnificent homes into sheer canyon walls. For centuries, they thrived across the Four Corners region, building multi-story stone dwellings and vast ceremonial chambers called kivas. These cliff palaces, such as those at Mesa Verde and Chaco Canyon, stand as silent testaments to their ingenuity. Their culture blended astronomy, agriculture, and spirituality into a harmonious existence until, suddenly, they vanished. By the late 13th century, the Ancestral Puebloans had abandoned their settlements, leaving behind homes, pottery, and intricate rock art that still puzzles researchers today. Droughts lasting decades may have depleted their resources, sparking famine and conflict. Yet, signs of ritual abandonment suggest something deeper, as if they performed a final act of farewell before leaving forever. Even more mysterious are the petroglyphs scattered across canyon walls, depicting strange figures, spirals, and celestial patterns. Some historians believe these carvings reveal astronomical knowledge far ahead of their time, while others speculate they recorded events we cannot yet comprehend. To this day, the fate of the ancestral Puebloans remains an unanswered question, their story etched in stone but lost to time. Top 3. The Maya Civilization. The Maya civilization, stretching across Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras, reached incredible heights between 2000 BCE and 1500 CE, known for their towering pyramids, intricate calendars, and mastery of astronomy. The Maya mapped the stars with unmatched precision. Cities like Tikal and Chichen Itza boasted grand temples and bustling marketplaces, while their writing system, one of the most sophisticated of the ancient world, chronicled dynasties, myths, and celestial movements. Yet, around the 9th century, something unexpected happened. The southern Maya cities were abandoned, leaving behind monuments swallowed by jungle and texts left unread. Climate records suggest centuries-long droughts may have devastated crops, while other evidence points to political instability, rebellions, and warfare. But even these theories can't fully explain why so many cities collapsed so suddenly. Curiously, the northern Maya cities thrived for centuries afterward, suggesting that what befell the southern region was unique. Some researchers even argue that the Maya possessed knowledge of cosmic cycles, perhaps tied to their famed long count calendar, and deliberately abandoned their cities in anticipation of a catastrophe. Whether by drought, disease, or deliberate migration, the Maya left behind one of history's richest legacies and one of its greatest mysteries. Chapter 4. Gobekli Tepe. Long before Stonehenge or the pyramids, humans built Gobekli Tepe, a sprawling temple complex in modern-day Turkey dating back over 11,000 years. Massive stone pillars carved with animals and symbols rise from the earth, forming circular enclosures that defy our understanding of prehistoric society. These ancient builders constructed Gobekli Tepe thousands of years before agriculture, pottery, or writing existed, shattering everything we thought we knew about human development. Then, without warning, it was buried by its own creators. Archaeologists discovered that tons of soil were deliberately used to cover the structures, as though the people wanted it hidden forever. But why? Some believe it marked the end of a spiritual era, while others suspect ritualistic abandonment. Even more fascinating is what Gobekli Tepe implies about humanity's forgotten past. Could there have been an earlier, advanced culture that influenced these builders? If so, what happened to them, and why did they leave no other trace? The mystery of Gobekli Tepe is not just about its creators. It's about what it suggests we've lost in the sands of time. Top 5. Easter Island's Rapa Nui Civilization. Far out in the Pacific Ocean lies Easter Island, home to the mysterious Moai statues, colossal stone figures carved by the Rapa Nui people between 1250 and 1500 CE. These statues, some weighing over 80 tons, were transported miles across the island without modern tools, raising questions about the Rapa Nui's engineering genius. Yet, when Europeans arrived in the 18th century, the once thriving society was in ruins. Theories abound. Deforestation, overpopulation, resource exhaustion, and even internal warfare may have played a role. Some researchers argue that European contact itself introduced disease and slavery, hastening their collapse. Even today, Easter Island's statues keep their secrets. Were they guardians, deities, astronomical markers? The Rapa Nui left behind no written records, only these silent stone sentinels, reminders of a vanished world and a mystery still unsolved. Top 6. The Nabateans of Petra. Deep in the Jordanian desert lies Petra, the rose-red city carved directly into sandstone cliffs by the Nabateans, once a bustling hub of trade linking Arabia, Egypt, and Rome. Petra dazzled with temples, theaters, and elaborate tombs. The Nabateans mastered desert survival, creating ingenious water channels and reservoirs that turned barren land into an oasis. But by the 7th century CE, Petra was abandoned. Changing trade routes may have crippled its economy, while earthquakes destroyed key infrastructure. Over time, the city disappeared beneath the desert winds, forgotten by the outside world for centuries. When Western explorers rediscovered Petra in the 1800s, they were stunned by its beauty and baffled by its demise. To this day, the Nabateans remain one of history's most elusive civilizations, leaving behind architecture that whispers of forgotten wealth and power. Top 7. The Olmecs. In the lowlands of Mexico, the Olmec civilization flourished between 1500 BCE and 400 BCE, leaving behind colossal stone heads weighing up to 40 tons. These enigmatic sculptures, with their distinctive features and mysterious expressions, suggest a culture steeped in ritual and symbolism. Yet, despite their influence on later Mesoamerican civilizations, like the Maya and Aztecs, the Olmecs vanished suddenly. No one knows why. Was it climate change, volcanic activity, or invasion? Without written records, their story remains tantalizingly incomplete. The Olmecs are often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica, shaping art, religion, and mythology for centuries to come. But, like so many others, they disappeared into history's shadows, leaving us with questions carved in stone. Top 8. The Minoans of Crete. On the island of Crete, the Minoan civilization thrived between 3000 BCE and 1100 BCE, building palaces like Knossos adorned with stunning frescoes. They dominated Mediterranean trade, wielding wealth and influence unmatched in their time. Then, around 1450 BCE, disaster struck. A volcanic eruption on nearby Thera triggered massive tsunamis and earthquakes, devastating Minoan cities. Some historians believe the Mycenaeans later invaded, finishing what nature began. Today, the ruins of Knossos stand as a haunting reminder of a society both brilliant and fragile. The Minoans' disappearance is a stark lesson in how quickly power can vanish when nature turns against us. Top 9. The Khmer Empire. Angkor Wat. In Cambodia's dense jungles lies Angkor Wat, the crown jewel of the Khmer Empire. Between the 9th and 15th centuries, Angkor was a megacity of nearly 1 million people, powered by an intricate water management system that sustained vast rice fields. But by the 1400s, Angkor was abandoned. Scholars point to climate shifts, floods, and droughts disrupting its delicate balance. While repeated wars with neighboring kingdoms weakened its power, the once great city was reclaimed by the jungle, its temples hidden for centuries. When rediscovered, Angkor stunned the world with its grandeur, yet the mystery of its fall remains. How could such a thriving empire vanish so completely? Top 10. Atlantis. Perhaps the most famous lost civilization of all, Atlantis has fascinated humanity for millennia. First described by Plato, it was said to be an advanced island nation that disappeared in a single day and night beneath the sea. Some believe Atlantis was purely allegorical, while others argue it represents a real ancient culture wiped out by a catastrophic event. Countless theories place it everywhere from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, yet no conclusive evidence has ever been found. Atlantis symbolizes more than a lost city. It embodies humanity's fear of forgotten greatness and untold knowledge. Whether myth or memory, the legend continues to inspire explorers and dreamers alike. At the end, history is not just a record of what we know, it's a vast ocean of what we've lost. These 10 civilizations once shaped the world, only to vanish, leaving behind whispers of who they were and what they achieved. Their stories challenge everything we think we understand about progress, resilience, and survival. How many more secrets still lie buried beneath deserts, oceans, and jungles, waiting to be uncovered? If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's greatest mysteries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our explorations of the hidden past. Until next time, remember, history isn't lost, it's waiting to be rediscovered.